Told y'all we back to back to back, baby. What's going down, big boss? K-Po Talk Boxing. We'll talk about Devin Haney. So Devin Haney, I'm late to the party on this one, but boss be busy. I watched the interview with Devin. I think he was on a podcast. I can't remember where he was at, but I do remember what he said. They asked him about, Gervonta Tank Davis, in which Devin Haney said, "I will only fight Gervonta Tank Davis at 140 pounds." It's okay. Then he goes on to say, "But I will go down to 135 for the big fights. If there's a big fight, I'll go down to 135. So, I'm sitting, I'm listening, and then I stop. I said, there's only one big fight at 135 pounds, and that's against Gervonta Tank Davis. So why would you only fight Tank at 140, but you will go down to fight everybody else or a big fight at 135? And that's when it dawned on me. Right? He know that boy Tank real. And that's just what it is. He know that. Now, granted, Devin Haney feel like he's the A side in that situation. And that's why I feel like that fight won't get made, because a lot of pride goes into that, right? I don't think that Devin Haney will basically admit or fold to him being the B side against Gervonta Tank Davis. I think that he will basically, try to push and say, "Oh, I'm the A side," and it's gonna be a lot of politicking and stuff like that. So I feel like that fight won't get made. But Devin Haney's not the A side in that situation. Gervonta Tank Davis right now is looked at as the face of boxing. He's looked at as a guy that, is transcending boxing. When he goes and fights, he got people like Madonna and all these people coming out to watch him fight. And Devin Haney don't have that. Devin Haney making money. Don't get it twisted. He making money, but he not making Gervonta Tank Davis money. He not selling out arenas like Gervonta Tank Davis. He not doing knockouts like Gervonta Tank Davis is selling out arenas and knocking boys out. That's just what it is. That's why people come watch him fight, because he's hurting and knocking out people. He just knocked out Ryan Garcia. The poster boy for social media, he knocked him out, which I told y'all he was going to do that, but y'all don't listen to me. He knocked him off, right? Sparked him. Make that boy say, that boy had that some ketchup right here. He's, no mas. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is, bro. He broke that boy. He broke his will. He broke everything in that man. He made him quit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry. I see the same thing going with Devin Haney if that fight was to get married to Gervonta Tank Davis. But it's just Devin Haney's trying to use boxing politics as a form of, to not fight Gervonta Tank Davis. And I think that's ludicrous. You know what I mean? You have to get in there and fight the top guys regardless. You know what I mean? It's just like, you got to be real with yourself. If you feel like you that dude, you need to fight, accept your role and fight the top people. You know what I mean? So if you're saying you're going to come back down to 135 only for the big fights, the only big fight there is Gervonta Tank Davis. Shakur Stevenson fight is not a big fight yet. That's just what it is. Shakur Stevenson not doing numbers like that. That's just real talk. He's a very talented fighter, but he's not doing numbers like that. He's not selling out like that. You know what I mean? They not doing what Tank doing. See, one thing I respect about Shakur is he acknowledges that, hey, Gervonta Tank Davis is, a household name in boxing. So he could do what he want. He could, if he choose me, I'll be ready. You know what I mean? He acknowledges that, but Devin Haney don't. It's like Devin Haney is like, oh, I fought this guy, and that's cool. But accolades don't, accolades work for personal reasons in the sport of boxing, but it don't work when it comes to, getting fights made. It don't work for, it just don't work. We saw that with Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Like, accolades, don't put butts in seats. You know what I mean? You got to be able to entertain when you fight. And Tank, the reason why he's a bigger star, because he entertains. And as a consumer, in this fight game, in this brutal sport of boxing, you know, combat sports, you want to see somebody land on the ground. And Tank give you that. He delivers that. That's why he's such a mega star. And Mayweather and them did a phenomenal job building him up. But Devin Haney trying to use boxing politics to, you know, kind of politic Tank, you smoking. I just got called spade to spade. You smoking, right? You snorting weed and fentanyl. You doing all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to keep it 1,000. I think that, you know, Devin Haney is an extremely good fighter, very good masterclass boxer, very good talent, but at the same time, I don't know if he can fool with Tank. And I think he know that. I definitely think he know that. He knows. And that's why he's trying to fight Tank at 140. Because he feel like that'll be an advantage for him. In which you don't have any say-so in where, how, what this weight class this fight happens at. If Tank say, hey, we fighting at 135, if you want to fight Tank, you're going to have to fight him at 135. If Tank say, hey, we fighting at 140, you know, or 138.9, we fighting at 138.9. If Tank said we fighting 138.9 and we fighting in Texas, that's where y'all fighting at. That's just what it is. He the A side, he the head honcho. You gotta respect that. But I just find it crazy how Devin Haney kind of like politicking. You know what I mean? You know, it's like when it comes to Tank, that's what he want politic. Shakur is like, shit, what's up? But the energy changes when it comes to Tank. It's like his energy ain't the same towards any other fighter, you know. But when it comes to Tank, it's like, you know. So I think that, you know, like I said, Devin know Tank real. And, you know, there's no other way to put it. You know what I'm saying? We just got to keep it step. But I'm very intrigued. I'm ready to see this fight. See Devin and Regis Prograis. You know, I want to see how Devin, I mean, he's filling out at the weight, you know, at 140. You know, so he's looking the part. So we shall see how this stuff pans out. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Boss gone.